something that we talk about quite a bit here on BBC Radio Tees, and it's something that I think affects us all in some way, shape or form. It's the old question of the future of our high streets. It comes up time and time again, and it affects us in different ways. So what are we doing to help support local shops? Well, a team in Hartlepool are pushing something called Totally Local Fiver Challenge. The Totally Local Fiver Challenge. It's a pretty simple idea, but could make a huge, huge difference. Really interesting stuff. So our reporter, Sian Williams, is out in the town for us now for BBC Radio Tees. Morning, Sian.
Yes, good morning, Gary. Doing what I do best, a cup of coffee in the morning in Hartlepool. We're in the Daisy and Bees Cafe with lots of little people running around playing this Thursday morning. And like you said, there's just such a simple idea growing here in Hartlepool, but a huge difference, as you say. And the person behind it, as part of a bigger team, is Dan McGovern from the digital marketing company. Dan, explain to us what this Fiver Challenge is all about.
Basically, it's to raise money in the local economy. So if every adult in Hartlepool spent just £5 per week, that would equate to £20 million each year going into the local economy.
So what kind of a difference can that make then if they spend just £5 of their weekly budget on a smaller cafe or a shop or a little business?
Well, you know, there's a massive thing now about saving the high street. There is big chains that are going bust left, right and centre. We've got empty spaces. If we invest in the local businesses, it's going to the local economy. It's going to be spent tenfold in the local economy.
Do you think that's the key then? Because we do see in the news all the time about, you know, what is the future of our high streets? How do we save our high streets? And, you know, it's that kind of use it or lose it. Could this be it?
Yeah, 100%. And like I say, I think it's really important that we get behind local businesses and independence, because, you know, they do push the money in the area. They'll spend it back in the area, whereas if it's going to a massive chain, it's going to leave the area.
Absolutely. And one business who was desperate to get on board is Leslie from The Simple Way. Good morning, Leslie.
Good morning.
A simple idea, but why did you want to get involved in this?
Well, it was a fantastic opportunity for me as a new business to work with other local businesses. Great networking opportunity. I've been mentored by some of the people who've been in business a lot longer. I'm actually stocking now some of the local suppliers because of the Totally Locally campaign, and it's been a great boost for my business.
It's quite, can I say, it's quite a nerve-wracking time to be starting a new business, but just campaigns like this help give you that bit of confidence and, no, we're here and this is where I'm going to stay and I'm going to make a success of this.
Absolutely. I wouldn't say it's easy at the moment to set up a business. It's certainly hard work, but it is possible. And when you're working with other local companies, it's a real support network. And I think as well, if local people could get on board and support us, we're all winners.
Absolutely. But what is it about, you know, businesses like yours and, you know, little cafes like this one? What can they offer that maybe the bigger brands can't? Because they've got convenience, and can you say that they're cheaper? I mean, what can you offer that's different?
Well, we try to be competitive in price, but I think obviously service is one of our big pluses, and the way that we can treat our customers, get to know them and offer them a personal bespoke service.
So, Dan, if other businesses want to get involved in this, how can they do so? And more importantly, can we say, if customers, if the good people of Hartlepool want to get involved, how can they do so?
Yeah, so we've got a Facebook page, Totally Locally Hartlepool. We're also on Twitter, Locally Hpool. But we have if businesses want to get involved, we have a Facebook group. It's called Totally Locally Hartlepool Businesses Only, and it's a bit of a support network for businesses in there, so if they get stuck with anything, they can just ask any questions that they want. But if anyone else in the Tees wants to get involved in the campaign of Totally Locally, then go to totallylocally.org and request to join.
Easy for you to say. Isn't that just a brilliant idea, Gary? So, you know, you've got just people spending a couple of quid every week in a local business, and then the businesses are networking together and bringing that sort of local sort of service to us. And it just grows and helps our local economy. So in the next hour, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a chat with Sam in Hartlepool. She tried the Fiver Challenge last weekend, so I'm going to find out how she got on.
You're a star, Sian. Thank you ever so much. Sian Williams, our reporter in Hartlepool, having fun, cake, coffee, and I love listening to the kids chattering on the background. It's just lovely, lovely stuff. We'll have more in the next hour on your BBC Radio Tees. Now, if you're doing something like that where well, our very own Sian Williams from BBC Radio Tees has been speaking to Sam from Hartlepool, who give it a go at the weekend. Have a listen to this.
I did. I gave my little boy, who's 6, a fiver, and his cousin Emily, she got a fiver too. And we went to see how far we could spend it, what we could spend it on. It was a nice little day out, to be honest. We came in Daisy and Bees. We had a cuppa, had a cake, had something to eat. We went round to the Simple Way and we bought some. I bought some shampoo and stuff like that. Then I took the kids into the indoor market in Hartlepool, and they could go around and they could get as much worth of sweets as they want. It's not pre-packed, so you can get it off the shelf, old school, and you can get as much as you want. And then they could go around to the toy stall. I ended up getting a couple of bags full of fruit and veg. We obviously spent way over a fiver, but the kids had a fiver each, and it was interesting for them. They got to talk to like the local stall holders, and that was nice. And I sort of, I mean, they're only 6 and 9, but I did explain to them how important it is that these people are people just like you who run a business, and they want to. We need to help them out by buying from them.
What's your normal shopping habits like? Because there is just the convenience, isn't there, of just nipping into a huge supermarket, because they've got the lot in there now, haven't they? They've got the clothes, the electronics, your food, the medicines, the whole thing now, so we can be a bit lazy at times.
Yeah, and it's not so much about laziness a bit as well. It's also convenience, because we are very, very busy. I run a business, I have a child, I have a dog, and I'm constantly on my feet rushing about. But I can maybe nip out in my lunch and go and get my fruit and veg for the week at a local fruit shop. I tend to buy all my fruit and veg local. If I can go to a baker's and get some bread there rather than getting it from the supermarket. I do go to supermarkets, don't get me wrong, but if I can get other stuff from other places, I will do that.
So is this something that you're going to sort of take on? You tried it as a bit of a challenge at the weekend. Is this something you're going to do more often?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, it turned out to be a bit of a nice day out for us. We did things that I used to do in my childhood, like go to the toy stall in the market and the sweet shop in the market, and it was just pleasant with the kids. It was nice. So yeah, we'll find more businesses to spend our fiver in, and I know that the Totally Locally in Hartlepool has sort of co-opted quite a lot of local businesses. I think there's a website, there's a Facebook page for them, and you can go on to see who's part of it. But just go into, whether you're from Hartlepool or wherever, just go into your local shops and get to know them. You get like a lovely service as well.
Made some friends?
Yeah, we did. We got chatting to everybody. We told them what we were doing, and they were like really pleased to see us. And you're not going to get that from the boss of Tesco or something.